So the question reads, television and radio stations use 4 call letters starting with W or K, such as WXYZ or KRLD. Assuming no repetitions in the second to fourth letters, how many 4-letter sets are possible using either W or K and only the letters G to W? So first of all, as with any counting problem, we need to think about whether order matters. And what I mean by that is, if a radio station's name is WXYZ, and we called it WZYX, would that cause confusion? Yes, those are 2 distinct call signs. So the order does matter. We would count WXYZ as a separate call sign than we would WZYX. So we know order matters, and in that case, we're either going to use the fundamental counting principle or permutations, but combinations cannot apply. So I like, since we're talking about 4 letters, let's start out with the most basic approach, which is just using the fundamental counting principle and actually figuring out how many options we have for each letter. So for the first letter, we are told that it has to be a W or a K. Well, that's 2 options, and there's no question about that. Once we get to the second, third, and fourth letters, we know there can be no repetitions within these 3 letters. So we need to keep that in mind. We also know, besides the fact that there are no repetitions, that these letters have to come from the letters from G to W. So it's either going to be, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, or W. That's 17 possibilities. So let's go ahead and make our selection of our second letter. And we have any one of these 17 letters listed to the right, so 17 possibilities. But when we get to the selection of the third call letter, we are not allowed to have it be the one that appeared in the second position. So we have reduced our options by 1. I'm not sure which one that is, but whichever one of these letters we picked, we cannot use it again. Then when we get to the fourth call letter, again, we've used 2 of the 17 letters in this list. That only leaves 15 letters to choose from if we don't want to have repetition. So this would be how we would use the fundamental counting principle to find the number of options. Multiply 2 times 17 times 16 times 15, and you would get your solution, which is 8,160. Now, another approach to this problem would be to use permutations. Permutations count the number of objects, or the number of ways n objects can be selected and arranged. So, for example, if we were to just break the task down into 2 parts, and the first part would be picking the first call letter, and the second part would be the second through fourth all at one time, we could also approach the problem this way. To pick the first call letter, we would have 2 letters to choose from, and we would be picking one of them. To pick the second through fourth call letters, we would have 17 letters to choose from, and we would be picking 3 of them. If you multiply 2p1 times 17p3, again, you're going to get 8160. I hope this helps you to solve the problem. Thank you very much for watching the video.